The first thing I want to ask is, how are you? How are you doing today? Um, we all have good days and we all have bad days sometimes. And I care about my viewers. I really, really do. So I just want to know how you're doing. Tell me down in the comments if you want to share. What I'm happy about all is that you come to this channel, because this channel is where you can just release all your stress. You can appreciate music, enjoy music. Maybe even listen to a song for the first time that you've never heard before. Just like me, most of the songs I listen to on this channel, I've never heard before until I'm literally reacting to it. Um, so that's always cool. It's like open a little holiday gift each and every time. So this is going to be a music video reaction to someone that I reacted to only one time before, from Oliver Anthony. And the song is called Scornful Woman. The title alone makes you wonder. I'll tell you a little bit more about Oliver, and I'm also going to tell you something you may not have known about the power of music and how it can unite people. So I want you to first grab a drink, sit back in your comfy couch, and wait until Tazzz reacts. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, so Oliver Anthony, the first time I responded, the first time I reacted, unscripted people, to him was to his popular song Richmond North of Richmond. Yeah, I said that right. And if you want to check that out, I'll put the link of that at the end of this video. Um, She's an American singer and songwriter from Farmville, Virginia. And in 2023 is when that song I just mentioned went viral on social media and became a #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. And he's made history as the first artist to debut at the top of the chart without any previous chart history. So that's pretty cool within itself. So, yeah. Now, you may know a lot of things about music. There also may be things you don't know about music. But did you know about these things about music and how it can unite people? So what I've learned is it remains a powerful way to unite people, such as national anthems. What they do is they connect crowds at sporting events. Protest songs stir a sense of shared purpose during marches. Hymns build group identity in houses of worship. Love songs help prospective partners bond during courtship. And lullabies enable parents and infants to develop secure attachments. Now, I got this all on healthline.com, so you'll know. But that's just amazing. It is amazing how the power of a song can help us within our own lives in so many different ways. And I just listed a bunch of those. So all of those I knew about when I'm reading them. But the thing is, you may not think about that on a regular basis. And some people, I'm sure, take music for granted. They might hear a song and start tapping their toes or singing it or whatever like that. But if you really take the time to have a moment of stillness and think about what this song might be doing for you, and are you singing it along, or are you singing it in some of those situations? For people who have children, I don't have any kids, but for people who do, like the lullaby, that's one of the main ones that I think about right now, because you only really can sing lullabies to your kid when they're kids. So that's the beginning stages of life. So their own beginning stages of life. Many kids are introduced to music, even going back to when they're still within inside their mother's belly. They might listen to music or hear music. Sometimes I know mothers sing songs to their bellies or play songs on the radio with near their stomachs, and then somehow that permeates within the infant's brain. So this is really wonderful and powerful how music can be. Um, yeah. So that being said, Oliver Anthony. I want you to support him. This channel, I pride on helping to gain musicians more exposure or recognition. If you heard him before, please like, comment, and subscribe to his channel if you didn't. And if he has any music for sale and you're able to, please purchase it. Okay. Just imagine if it was you. I always say that if it was you, wouldn't you like some type of support? All right. So let me get into this song. I haven't heard it yet because I don't pre-watch anything. And if you want to hear my true and honest thoughts and perspectives about it, I'm going to tell you about that afterwards. Okay. So don't go anywhere, and make sure you wait until Tazzz reacts.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple and Adam took a bite. And now all these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman. Scornful woman. I used to sleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there. And now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night, and the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a scornful woman. Scornful woman. She can have all the money, and they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
Wow, wow, wow. This is a good wow, by the way. Like, well, good and bad. Good because this song was amazingly powerful, but not good in the sense that what the lyrics are about and everything that it entailed. But um no holds barred. No holds barred. I here's the thing, people. Let's be honest with each other, because I know that there's some people in the world that live in denial or they sweep things under the rug. That's not always good. Sometimes if you keep stuff bottled up inside, it can actually hurt you, literally, mentally and physically. It could be debilitating. So you should release negativity that's in your lives. Now, some people do it in different ways because, not everybody can sing, of course, and not everybody can play instruments. Some people go to the gym and punch a punching bag. Some people play a video game and beat the crap out of somebody in a fighting game or whatever like that. I personally, fun fact, I know many of you heard of the game Call of Duty. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day or whatever like that, I get on my Xbox, I load up Call of Duty, and I shoot people in the face or bash them in with my riot shield. Being honest. And that's just such a release. So many people, there's so many different things you can do um, to get things off of your chest. What he does, he makes a damn song about it. And I believe it has to be therapeutic for him to just release that. But also, it's educational because he's letting other people know that they're not alone. Because I'm sure there's other people who have been in relationships that have gone south, and they may think oh my God, why is this always happening to me, or I'm alone, or nobody will understand. Then you hear a song like this and you're like, oh, people do understand. I'm not alone. I have a right to be angry. I have a right to want this over, um, this relationship. So thank you, Oliver, for that. You and many other musicians out there who take things that happen to them. I'm assuming this really happened to him. But even if it didn't, he's representing people that it happened to. But let me know in the comments, like, did this happen to him personally? It feels like it did, but I don't like to assume. Or is he representing people that he knows that this happened to? I hope this helps you, like I said, to not keep things bottled inside. Let me first say there's no manual on relationships or how things going to go. When you meet somebody and you may at the time be in love or whatever, or you want to start and see where this may go, you can't predict if it's going to always be happy, or if the other person's going to flip, or if you're going to flip, or the love falls away and you break up. You don't know what's going to happen. It's really a game of chance, but you sometimes have to take a chance in life. But the way he was talking, like, this was just bad. He said something in there that was, the whole thing was powerful. But one thing that stuck out to me is, like, he basically said, you can take all the money, you can take all the fame. I'd rather be broke as a joke just to get rid of all this pain and stuff like that. Do you know how powerful that is? Because nobody wants to be broke as a joke. But if you're willing to exchange, take all this money and fame and leave me just penniless, just so I can just not have all this turmoil and pain and hardship in my life, that is a very, very powerful statement. Um, and then the flames and stuff showed that the flames made me think metaphorically that this whole relationship is in flames. It's so powerful. It's just debilitating when you think about fire itself and smoke itself. Um, take that and then transform that metaphorically into how your relationship has been, just so volatile and things like that. There was some really powerful flames there. Let me also say, because I don't know much about Oliver Anthony, I only, like I said, reacted to him once before. I don't know if he's normally a soloist and he maybe hired these guys, or does he actually have a band. But those other musicians, that guy on the fiddle, who is he? Is he part of Oliver Anthony's entourage or band, rather, or is he an individual fiddler who came and joined forces? Just tell me his name, because he was amazing. I don't hear the fiddle often. I think that was a fiddle or a violin, one or the other. I'm not a musician. I'm honest. So yeah, but he tore that up. What I loved about him and the guitar playing and stuff is it matched the intensity of the lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, with the intensity of those lyrics, if it was played some other way that sounded lovely and funny and joyful, it wouldn't match. But it felt like the violin or fiddle or whatever, it felt like it was in pain. It felt like if it can talk, it would be in as much pain as Oliver's lyrics had said. So it totally matched up. And then, like, there was like a fiddler solo. Like, I can't think off the top of my head if I've heard a song where, like, the fiddle or the violin, forgive me, I don't know which was what. I can't think of a song where that, like, got his, like, spotlight for a minute there. Like, and it made you feel that. And it also sounded like parts were, like, screeched, if you will, because that makes me think of a relationship. Like, this relationship is so toxic and so um crazed that it's like that edgy type of vibration, that screaming moment. And it literally felt like the violin or fiddler was screaming. Wow. The power of music. The power of music. Thank you, Oliver, um for having a song like this. It's something. So your first song was about representing working folk. the working people of the world. And then this one is like representing like people that have separated or got divorced of the world. So your songs are very raw, visceral, and educational and healing, I would imagine. Cause like I said, it lets people know they're not alone. They can agree. Oh, this happened to me, or I know the feeling. I've been in a relationship so damn bad. I'd rather be broke as a joke and get rid of the pain also. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you for wearing your heart on your sleeve because that's not something I feel every musician can do. Some people may not want to air their laundry, as it were, but then some people may realize, hey, it's going to help me out and it's going to help others out. And I need to release this. Like I said, some people punching bags to let stress relieve, and some people make songs if they're able to. Um, wow. And let me see if there's anything. Sometimes I always check to see if there's anything that they write in their actual video, like in the descriptions or whatever. Okay, he did write something. I'm glad I looked. So, because I don't always remember. Oliver Anthony wrote right here in this actual video. Funny enough, my house got hit with one of the worst snowstorms in years. The night before we were supposed to record, we managed to haul the entire band and all of our gear up the mountain using side by sides. Not long after we settled in, the ice started and the power went out. Damn. Um, those in Bloomfield ended up having a one generator left. We bought it and a shopping cart full of extension cords and splitters drawn from, and he gives a shout out. Got it figured out. And that evening we recorded this. I guess you could technically say this song was gas powered. LOL. Wow. The power of music, the power of something, the power also of reading that something. I don't know if it was God. I don't know what it was that let this happen, let this recording happen. The snowstorm couldn't stop us. The power couldn't stop them. They were able to get this song, record it, and now out to our musical ears and eyes. So, hey, how about that? The power of something. It could have been some powerful force that made this pull through and it not be an all night blackout or whatever. Um, to make something that's meaningful in this song and educational to get through to come into fruition. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh, I'm lying. All right, this is the part of the show that I do a thumbs up pass if I like a song, thumbs down ass if I don't like a song. Really, you didn't figure it out? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So, powerful, powerful, powerful. And I like his voice too. His voice just matched the lyrics. It was somber. It was broken. It was everything like a puzzle piece snapped into place. His vocals, the lyrics themselves, the playing of the musician, of the music and everything like that was just all meshed together to this really saddening type of situation in life. Anyway, if you want to see the other reaction that I did the first time I've ever heard of Oliver Anthony, I want you to check out over there. All right. I want you all to take it easy and keep it breezy.